What's going on, guys, and welcome to another video, and this time it's gonna be a Wort kit. Now, I purchased this Wort kit from the malt miller. I've decided to go for the long game and go for a Helles bound. So it's a German Helles beer. So it requires just a fermenter. We're cutting out all of the brewing steps. So I have the sanitizer in the fermenter as we speak, and then I'll go through it step by step. It will be a multiple day video, but as per YouTube magic, you lot will see this all in the one vid. Now, with it being a Pilsner lager type beer, it will need lagering for as long as possible. So I thought, whilst I was doing a little bit of a deep clean here in the shed, I thought I might as well get this beer on the go. Description of this beer: it's a fresh Wort kit. It's a super refreshing bready, biscuity beer. Whoa, that's difficult to say. That refreshes on any day. So, as I said, fresh Wort kits are an amazing way to produce commercial quality beer at home with basic equipment. No experience or home brewing is required. Simply follow the instructional videos and share awesome beer with your friends and family. I'm not going to follow any videos. I'm just going to be going by this instruction sheet. That's a bit premature. Process. Okay, we're in. Ensure the fermenter is clean and sanitized. Done. We just need to dump the Stasan. Add the wort into your fermenter. Add water into the wort bag to rinse out and top up the fermenter to 20 litres. So let's do that. And I will top it up with RO water, not with tap water. Nice and clean fermenter, as you can see. I'm using the Grainfather conical fermenters, which are of course attached to the snazzy GC2 over there, which controls all of the temperatures for me. So I'm going to go for the jacketed fermenter just because it's in the corner, out the way. It's going to be in there for a while, and I think that this jacket during the day is going to help keep the beer cool, and so the glycol chiller won't have to work as hard. Hopefully, that's the method in the madness anyway. So let's get this bag of wort in. So this is how the Wort kit comes. It comes with everything you need, starting with this bad boy. 20 or so litres of wort. I'm not sure how this is going to balance and pour in, but let's tackle it together. Change your position. Oh, this is going to be very precarious. Excuse all the cableage in the corner there. It's not usually the normal angle that we dangle, is it? Okay, I'm going to try and leave this in the box. Oh, fuck. Oh. So this might just work. So I've got it on the shelf, schnozzle facing down into the fermenter. And so I'll pull the plunger now and see what happens. Oh, check the bottom valve is shut first. Done this before, haven't we? Yeah, bottom valve is shut. Oh, that's satisfying. Well, there's plenty of aeration going in there. Wowzers. Well, that was a bit more time efficient than an 8-hour brew day, wasn't it? Yes, so I think we've got about 18 litres there. It looks to be, if I show you on this fermenter, just below this line, which is 21, 20, 19, yeah, 18 litres. So let's chuck in a couple of litres of raw water. This is some I prepared earlier. It's not the Tesco still water. I just like to use this container to top up our fridge in the kitchen. So this is pretty handy, 5 litre container. Might even use it as a fermenter one day as well. Well, there's a hack. Let's try and do this one-handed and stay in shop, boy. So again, the instructions say to top this up to 20 litres. So we can put the cap back on. It's like a safety cap, that is, you know, before the plunger. Give it a shake. And then dump it in. Again, sanitize this spoon and check. Oh. Yeah, we need to top it up with even more water. As I've rinsed the bag out, I'm just going to go straight in. So I think that is probably, in here we had about 16 litres, not 18. My calculations were incorrect. So I think that was 16 litres, and we've topped up by 4-ish litres. So not sure if it says the size of it, but anyway, the recipe's obviously designed to top it up to 20 litres. I'll just grab the yeast. So here you have a another bag with a hop sock in it and the yeast. Not this, hang on, not the cider yeast, that's for another project. It comes with this WHC Blitz Lager yeast. Looking forward to using this one. This is a premium yeast, as you probably know, so that's pretty cool. And this is the hop sock for the dry hop in a few days of, where's it, boy? Where's it? Saz, or Saza, so Saz hops. Put them back in the fridge. Oh, and we also have some clarifying agent, Browsol. So let's go in with the yeast. Beautiful. So let me just seal this up quickly and chuck on a very high-tech airlock on the bad boy, and we'll be back for the temperature bit. Okay, so this asks for a temperature of 18 degrees for 10 days, with increasing it slightly towards the end of fermentation for the diacetyl rest. So 18 degrees for 10 days, raising to 20 degrees for the final few days of fermentation to complete a diacetyl rest. So luckily for us, we can do that via the temperature control system that we have here. So let's set the temps up. So let's put the glycol chiller on. First of all, we'll pause this fermenter, which we're not using, and this one says it's at 13 degrees, so we'll turn this down to 18 degrees and for it to heat up in no time. It's not that cold, it's not 13 degrees of coldness here, probably because I've just cleaned it as well and dumped the wort in. And another thing I have to do is make sure that I turn on the correct channel on the glycol chiller. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. And that, ladies and gents, is about as easy as it can get. So, cut to the second part where I'm gonna be chucking in the dry hops and take it from there. So as you can see from that little bit of b-roll, I didn't film it in any great detail in terms of the dry hopping and adding the browsol, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we've now packaged. The keg has now been conditioning for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and it's time for a sneaky taste. I can't wait any longer, and we've got to get into it. So let's hook up the keg, pull a little bit through, and then give it a taste test. What I do, I just use this for a little bit of a lubrication. Feed this up behind. And connect it right to the back here. Put it on. Here we have it in the glass. First impressions is it's got some clearing to do. There's a lot of like a chill haze on the glass as well, but yeah, it's got some clearing to do. Very nice bright white head on there as well. It's not sticking around. Like I said, I might have gone into it a little bit too early, as we all do, don't we, as home brewers. So looks a nice beer. Let's give it a sniff. Yeah, instant that lagery aroma with some fruity background to it as well. Yeah, I think that's quite a very subtle amount to dry hop with. Iechyd, let's go in for the taste. And lacing on the glass. That is an absolute thirst quencher. Wow. That just a very light kind of stone fruity citrus aftertone, and it's got a lingering drying bitterness as well with the that just gives you that Pilsner lager type of dryness finish. Ooh. I'm never too fussed about how beers look, to be perfectly honest with you, but this could do with, I'd say, maybe another couple of weeks, and I'll up the pressure a little bit as well, just to get a bit more carbonation in there. But this is going to be, it already is a banging beer. It's ready to drink now, but it's just going to get better and better, isn't it, over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully by the time I have the last pint out of the keg, it'll be at its best. So yeah, absolutely highly recommend the Helles bound, the fresh wort kit, the German Helles from the Malt Miller. Absolutely lovely, lovely beer. Very good instructions, very good quality ingredients, as we all know, and yeah, very simple to follow. As you'd have seen from that little bit of b-roll, I'm lucky enough to have some very good temperature control within my system here, which I'm very thankful for, but yeah, it's absolutely doable without as well. That is one of many fresh wort kits which I'm going to be doing this year. I'm quite enjoying this these kind of series that I'm putting together of the all grain kits, fresh wort kits and stuff like that. I think the results are outstanding from these type of things. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and please put your comments in the comments box and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe. I think 50% of my viewers are not subscribed, so take a second, hit that. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. So, Iechyd. I'll see you in the next one.